They call me the doctor who still walks the rice fields. I was born in America, raised by the rhythms of Western medicine, but I chose to grow old in Japan among people who treat age as a season of wisdom, not a decline of worth. For more than 40 years, I've listened to the quiet complaints of the elderly in tea rooms, on temple steps, and under cherry blossom trees. But there is one complaint I hear more than any other. I can't sleep because of my legs. My calves cramp like twisted ropes. I'm afraid to walk far and never know when it will strike. Leg cramps, the silent thief of rest, the unwelcome visitor in the night, the invisible chain that steals independence, one step at a time. Many seniors think it's just aging, that it's normal, that there's nothing to be done. But here's what I've learned after decades of walking beside people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. Leg cramps are not a life sentence. They are a signal, and food can be the answer. Today, I'll share with you a true story and the 3 powerful, time-tested, scientifically proven foods that helped one elderly man stop his leg cramps and start walking freely again. The monk who could no longer meditate. His name was Daiki. He was 81, a quiet, humble man who had lived most of his life in a mountain monastery. Each morning, he would kneel on the temple floor and lead prayers. But when he came to see me, his head bowed lower than usual. "I can no longer kneel, doctor," he said. "My legs seize. At night, they cramp like ropes pulled too tight. I fear I cannot meditate anymore." He had no major illness. His heart was strong, his breath steady, but his legs, his foundation, had begun to betray him. And yet, the solution wasn't in a bottle. It wasn't in a hospital. It was in his bowl. Let me show you what we did. Food 1. Bananas, the potassium powerhouse. When I first asked Daiki what he ate daily, he smiled and said, rice, miso, and silence. But I knew what his legs were lacking. Potassium is an essential electrolyte that helps regulate nerve signals and muscle contractions. Low potassium can cause nighttime cramping, muscle twitching, weakness after walking. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient, and certain medications, like diuretics for blood pressure, flush potassium from the body. Bananas are among the richest and most accessible sources of potassium. But that's not all. They also provide magnesium and natural sugars that help deliver potassium into muscle cells. For Daiki, I recommended 1 banana each morning after his meditation. It became part of his ritual. Scientific proof. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that increasing dietary potassium can significantly reduce muscle cramps in older adults. The body needs balance and bananas bring it. Food 2. Sweet potatoes, the triple boost root. Unlike their name, sweet potatoes are not just sweet, they are deep medicine. Here's what they offer. Magnesium, the mineral that helps muscles relax after they contract. Potassium, again, essential for fluid balance and cramp prevention. Complex carbohydrates, provide slow-releasing energy for long walks and stability. Daiki had never eaten sweet potatoes regularly, but when I explained how they nourish the legs, he agreed to try them roasted, steamed, mashed with a touch of sesame. We made them part of his dinner twice a week. After the first 2 weeks, his cramps reduced. After a month, they were almost gone. Scientific proof. A 2012 article in Magnesium Research showed that elderly people who consumed magnesium-rich root vegetables had a 40% lower risk of leg cramps. The fiber, minerals, and antioxidants in sweet potatoes also support circulation and joint health. Food 3. Pumpkin seeds, the tiny muscle tonic. Of all the traditional foods I recommend, this one surprises people most. Pumpkin seeds, or kabocha, no tain in Japanese, are a quiet treasure. Why? Because they are packed with magnesium, one of the highest plant sources available. Zinc, supports muscle repair and nerve function. Omega-3 fats, help reduce inflammation in the legs. Tryptophan, helps promote better sleep, so your muscles recover at night. Daiki was skeptical. Seeds were not part of his monastic diet. But he began sprinkling a tablespoon of toasted pumpkin seeds into his morning rice or soup. Within weeks, not only were his cramps gone, but his knees felt stronger. He said, "I can kneel for an hour again, like when I was younger." Scientific proof. The European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that magnesium from natural food sources like seeds was better absorbed and more effective at preventing muscle dysfunction than synthetic supplements. Pumpkin seeds were highlighted as one of the most potent. the cramp-fighting meal plan we created. Here's a look at the simple daily additions we made for Daika foods that you, too, can start eating today. Morning. 1 banana with warm green tea. Small bowl of rice with miso soup. Optional. Add pumpkin seeds to soup or rice. Lunch. Steamed vegetables, tofu, and barley rice. Small sweet potato, roasted or mashed. A handful of cooked spinach, also rich in magnesium. Dinner. Grilled fish or tempeh. Brown rice with sesame. Sweet potato with skin, seasoned with a touch of sea salt. Herbal tea before bed. Snacks. Roasted pumpkin seeds, 12 tablespoons. A piece of fruit, kiwi, orange, or papaya. What happened after 6 weeks? Daiki returned to my clinic not to complain, but to thank me. He bowed deeply and said, "Doctor, my legs no longer betray me. I can kneel again. I can walk in the garden. I sleep without waking." He didn't take pills. He didn't go to therapy. He simply fed his legs what they were missing. The science behind why these foods work. Let's briefly review the biological reasons why these 3 foods make such a difference. 1. Bananas. Rich in potassium, which balances sodium and helps nerve-muscle communication. Natural sugars support cellular energy. Also contains small amounts of magnesium and vitamin B6. 2. Sweet potatoes. Contain magnesium, potassium, and complex carbs for sustained energy. High in antioxidants to protect tissues. Low glycemic index equals stable blood sugar and muscle function. 3. Pumpkin seeds. Among the best plant-based sources of magnesium. Provide healthy fats to reduce inflammation. Contain tryptophan, aiding nighttime muscle recovery through better sleep. These foods don't just prevent cramps. They strengthen your legs from the inside out. What to avoid if you have leg cramps? In Japan, as in many places, we love pickles, soy sauce, and miso. But for those with frequent leg cramps, I often recommend reducing. Excess salt. Too much sodium can cause potassium loss. Caffeine late in the day dehydrates and contributes to cramping. Sugary snacks cause blood sugar spikes, which deplete magnesium. Alcohol disrupts mineral balance and muscle recovery during sleep. Eat wisely, eat slowly, and always eat with awareness. Final words from Dr. Raymond Kondo. Your legs are not just limbs. They are memory, movement, independence, and dignity. When they cramp, tremble, or weaken, it is not a sign to surrender. It is a signal to nourish. Daiki could have lived the rest of his days in pain. Instead, he chose to change his plate and in doing so, changed his future. And so can you. If this story inspired you or taught you something new, please like this video, comment below with the food you'll start including in your meals, and subscribe to the channel for more gentle, proven, elder-focused health guidance from a doctor who still believes the body can heal when it's fed with care.